more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, Top Billin. I was going to make this be the Monday thing right here. I think I'll just go ahead and do it right now because this shit is crazy, right? How in the hell did the Atlanta Falcons lose this game to the Dallas Cowboys? Now, don't get me wrong. Dallas is an extremely talented team. I expect it to do pretty big thing once it gets it all together. Just because it's just a ton of talent, a lot of premium and elite talent, and that's with both of the starting offensive tackles being down. It's a good team. However, I think Atlanta is as good a team as Dallas, but regardless of all of that, had done enough to easily, comfortably win this game. You start off with the turnovers and everything. You put yourself up pretty good. The offensive performance was off the chain as far as through the air. Now, I know people are always going to come and blame Matt Ryan for every damn thing, right? It's the most casual fan base ever. Everything is Matt Ryan's fault. Everything is Dirk Cutter's fault. No recollection or introspective evaluations going on where you see and just look at the team as a whole, right? They can get it done through the air. That ain't nothing. I know that they can do that. The run game, trash dookie. Your man Todd Gurley, I said it on the last one. He just does not look good to me. He doesn't look right. There's something about him right now. I'll say I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe give him 4 games to get adjusted, truncated off season, different things of the sort, right? New team, new city. Maybe give him time to get adjusted. But if you're watching with a neutral eye and you just look at him, he cannot make something happen from nothing. He does not have that ability. He needs everything to be free and clear for him to perform up to snuff. Now, is that the Todd Gurley of old? No, the Todd Gurley of old can make something from nothing. He was explosive. This particular version looks like he lacks a gear, right? Especially his initial quickness. Maybe if he got in the open field, I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize it right there. I opined back a few months ago or whatever that maybe they should look at getting another back, somebody who's a little bit more explosive, who can flip the field, somebody can make you miss and do this and that. I don't care who it is, right? It was just a suggestion. It's just a thought, right? A template. The exact player, I don't know who. Maybe it was somebody out there at the time or whatever, but I think obviously it was, right? But regardless and beyond all that, Brian Hill, straight line runner, he's not going to make something from nothing. Offensive line isn't blocking well. The run game, trash dookie. Ito Smith is not that guy to me. He's maybe quicker than fast, not that explosive, kind of a smaller downhill back. That part of the game, right, is not going to frighten anybody. I think most teams are going to be able to stop the run game there. Flip it on the other side of the ball, though. That's what I tell people. Please don't come up on Top Billin always talking about the offense. Move beyond casual fan status. Don't think about offense all the time. Take your eye off the ball. That's what Pat Kerwin taught me back in the day. Take your eye off the ball. There's more things to football than just talking about Matt Ryan and Dirk Cutter, right? Without Julio Jones, the offense still looked pretty good. Julio came in certain spots and stuff like that, but he's clearly hobbled. I love Calvin Ridley actually being the focal point of the offense because I think his style of route running meshes well with Matt Ryan's style of quarterbacking. It's a hell of a combination. It looks unstoppable. I think if he targeted that man 15 to 20 times a game, you would see some outstanding numbers from Calvin Ridley because they fit and mesh well together. Russell Gage, too, is a great compliment there. I have no problems with that. Hayden Hurst, I said he was explosive. He's an explosive cat. That's what he is. The other side of the ball, I'm going to have to put it on trash dookie status, right? Making a couple of turnovers at the beginning of the game, that's cool. The ball was bouncing your way. Maybe they weren't ready, but you created your own lane with that. Punching the ball out, Foyer and people like that, that's pretty cool. But what happens when you just have to play a standard game the rest of the game when you can't rely on turnovers? You have to rely on gap integrity. You have to rely on sound technique as a defensive back, eye discipline. What happened to all of those little things? Right? Then you start letting Dak Prescott pile up a whole bunch of stats on you. You look crazy out there. Dak Prescott looking like an MVP. For real. He put him in the MVP status. He looked that damn good. Mounting a comeback, right? A legit comeback against the Falcons there. Ezekiel Elliott and everything. The play calling looked up to snuff for Dallas. They look very good. The defensive backfield. No impactful safeties whatsoever. And people were telling me, we don't need Earl Thomas. I'm like, that's why you don't play football. Stop using we. The Atlanta Falcons, that team that you root for, could use an Earl Thomas. It could use somebody who could potentially make plays, get people aligned and stuff like that, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? Maybe Earl Thomas is not the answer or whatever, but you can't say that you can sit there and look at that and be like, wow, those are some very impactful safeties we have there, buddy. Oh, those guys are great. Those are Pro Bowl, all-pro type safeties. Fuck out of here. Not even close. Averages pie. Ricardo Allen averages pie. The KZ Cat averages pie at best as a safety. Maybe he's a good nickel. Maybe he can make stuff happen closer to the line of scrimmage. And they played two deep shell, right? I hate the two deep shell. I told you that shit is goofy to me. That's if anybody ever played and you wanted to play a two deep shell and play cover two off of it, you're just gonna allow like easy shit, right? If you have a veteran quarterback, they're gonna dice that up. You got to be able to switch it up or something. But I just like the cover three shit that they were doing. They just need to get better personnel to fit it and play it. Earl Thomas couldn't help with that. Come on, man. You need a veteran presence. This is a damn pivotal year. You're 0-2. 0-2. You lost a crazy game. You should have been coming off here. It messed up my whole jaw, man. I was going to have this shit for tomorrow, going through some of this shit. I was like, oh, this is some good content right here. Falcons is absolutely killing. Let me break down this film. Man, I go downstairs, put on my shirt and stuff and my clothes and stuff. I come back, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? What happened at the end with the special teams? Those type of plays, right? One play doesn't define an entire game. So that was a bad play, and it led to them eventually losing. But the plays leading up to that is what defined the game. Isaiah Oliver getting beat deep. The inability for them to cover any of the receivers, really, right? When they really got it going, you couldn't cover CeeDee Lamb. You had nobody to cover Amari Cooper. You could get matchups, your preferable matchups if you're a Cowboy, for that to work in your favor. I don't know what to tell you, man. And who's getting after the pass outside of Grady Jarrett? Takk McKinley. Now, that was a big loss right there. He was playing with his hair on fire. I will give him credit. For the last two games, I saw a lot in Takk McKinley. He looked good, right? His hustle, effort, right? He getting them blue-collar sacks. He may even get himself a white-collar sack here and there or whatever like that. But he's getting some serious pressure. Him and Grady Jarrett doing their thing, right? But the rest of them dudes, Dante Fowler isn't really jumping off the page to me. He had a couple of moments here and there. But what is it, right? You got to blitz a little bit more. I like Deion Jones being sent on some pressures. That was pretty cool. Eventually they start picking it up. Then you got to be able to cover. They can't cover, man. Can't cover, but we'll get into a little bit of a film study. But, man, this shit just messed up the whole vibe right there. The joint, man. I feel sorry for you Falcons fans. This shit crazy. All right, so this is just a mental lapse or something like that. I just do not understand this particular play. It's very well executed by the kicker. He gave it just enough time, and it was able to go far enough away to where it could start going past the 10-yard mark here. But look, everybody's doing this shit like you would do, and you would be like, Peter, where you stay away from the ball or something like that. But it's not a Peter moment. You can grab that shit at any time you want. I don't understand what they're doing. Was they waiting for this shit like baseball to go foul? Right? Is this a foul ball potentially? Doesn't make any sense here. But like I said before, this didn't lose the game here. This was a mental mistake by everybody involved right here, but it didn't lose the game. Not by any stretch of the imagination. If you play ball, you know that your last final moment or whatever that people will say lost the game, that didn't lose the game. Now, I can't wait to see the all 22 of this and see how they were able to get Amari Cooper right here matched up on Keanu Neal. Banged him, cooked him. Come on. This is a mismatch right here, right? If you got yourself some type of coverage safety or something like that, I can imagine this. But this has to be something that they will have to alert and get somebody else on Amari Cooper. You got him running full speed at Keanu Neal, who's working out of a pedal. Amari Cooper, perhaps the best route runner in football, cooked him easily. Boom, spun that man like a dreidel, instantly increased the space. Hell of a throw by Dak Prescott to just go ahead and lead it up the field, right? And hell of a damn catch by Amari Cooper. Look at the adjustment on this. Looking like my boy from the Mariners, Kyle Lewis, with the one hand. Oh, nasty. But how does that happen? Where are the other safeties to help? What was the coverage? I got to see the coverage on this one, man, right? Come on. This is a bad matchup. That's bad defense. All right, I'm just going through certain things, right? There's no rhyme or reason to anything. Just stuff that I saw during the game that kind of stood out to me. I like this right here, this particular mesh concept that was able to free up Hayden Hurst. Look at this move, though. Oh, it looked like he was at a damn Nike camp like back in high school. Look at that. Look at the space they got him in here. But you can isolate this man, right, on some of these linebackers right here. Look at him. Work the rhythm step, size him up right here. And look, he doesn't even really shake to the outside or anything. He just cuts a super sharp angle. Look at him coming straight down the line of scrimmage, and look at the immediate separation created on Jalen Smith. If you're going to try to match up this dude with a linebacker, it better be one of them great coverage linebackers. And I think Jalen Smith is not that bad. But look, cut that down the line of scrimmage. Look at the carnage and everything. This was ran as a spotlight route for Hayden Hurst here. You see Julio was used as a distraction here. Who's that? Russell Gage too, I think. May have been used as a distraction to get that man out in space, let those wheels take over. The kid can straight run, man. He's looking like Jeremy Shockey to me out there. Look at this, man. Everyone's human, right? Even your man Julio Jones can have himself a blunder. But this is, look at that. Get Trayvon Diggs on your hip pocket. Trayvon Diggs can run, but he can't run with old man Julio. But bang, damn. Imagine if that was completed. That would right there blow it off the roof. But I like to see this as a breakdown here. Trayvon Diggs it was one of my least favorite corners in football, right? Covered him in college. Terrible, man. Just terrible. Hopefully he can improve, though, for the Cowboys. He got some talent. He's just raw. He was a receiver originally in Alabama, but he gets smoked on an inside fade here. And Russell Gage, man, what an arm and what a ability to pull it out there. But, man, Julio can't pull it in. All right, one-on-one with the great one, right? So Darqueze Dennard going against C.D. Lamb, I think is going to be one of the best receivers in all of football. One of my favorite all-time college players, period. I call him Jumpman Lamb. So far, the return on investments, look at that. Banged him. Dennard transitioned pretty well there. I'm not sure what happened right here. Looks like they intentionally ran something that could kind of free up Lamb here. But he hits him with the okey doke. Darqueze, he has to fight through Darqueze, so not that bad. But this is right here, I think looks pretty intentional, almost like knee-to-knee action right here. Just that little bit right there kind of freed Lamb up to catch the pass. So can't really blame that on Dennard there. That's a tough cover, period, especially if somebody's kind of interfering with your ability to cover. All right, I wanted to see what happened here. Maybe it was just the threat of Todd Gurley running this particular stretch play, right? Weak side stretch play. Look, everybody goes hard. Look at that. People jump in gaps. So I don't know, maybe Todd Gurley's name or whatever like that got everyone's attention back there. It looks like Hayden Hurst right here is doing a good job of selling that he's just going to block too, and then he kind of just leaks through. Look at that. Now, when he come back on the roll out there, everybody's going to try to look. Oh, that's just great misdirection, man. It's almost like split flow action, but from a passing game. Left him wide open. As you can see here, everyone's attention is going to the flooded side of the field here. Who's this? Russell Gage looked like he was set in for protection as well. But, hey, on the other side, look at that. Does a good job. Looks like he's initially blocking, running parallel to the line of scrimmage. They just lose eye discipline, right? If this was some type of man coverage, somebody straight lost their man there. Look at that. Wide open. Great play call. Great play design. Hayden Hurst, touchdown city right there. All right, check this out. Grady, remember, it's not Grady. He's great. Grady Jarrett here. Connor Williams unable to cross face here. And look at this man's wheels. Look at his emotion. Look at everything about this guy. He's a one-man wrecking crew right here. He is that person that's out there getting it done, if anybody. Right? I hate when people always talk about, right? They always think in terms of offense, like casual fans or whatever. They're like, they're wasting Julio Jones and all this and that. I'm like, you got 50,000 yards as a unit out there. They're doing just fine right there. What about wasting this guy's talent? They're wasting Grady Jarrett's talent out there, not fielding great defenses. And this guy is that damn good of a defensive player, man. That's what you should be thinking about. Change your thought process. All right, I just love this particular route. Didn't they run this in the first game too, this particular concept here that gets Calvin Ridley on a corner route, pretty much damn near a sell route, the way they run it here. And it looks like you got Russell Gage kind of on a sit down here. But the way Calvin runs this, and it looks like he had originally gone in motion to really see what they were about. And if they can get a man-to-man look on this, he knows that Calvin's going to win this. Run that. Yeah, he was in motion. Look at that. Look at the route run. Oh, my God. Come on, man. People be talking about Jerry Jeudy running the routes and stuff like that. How's Calvin Ridley not being talked in that same vein? Look at this. How are you able to turn like this? Ooh, look at my man. Come on, man. Come on. He made this man do the electric boogaloo, right? The electric slide, the electric slit his ass, ran that corner out wide open. Ryan put it on. You know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I don't know what I'm doing here. I know people aren't even going to watch this shit. People going to jump right in the comment section of the event. So it's probably a waste of a film study opportunity here. I'll perhaps come back later on in the week and maybe do some of this or do more of it, or maybe concentrate on one particular aspect there. But other than that, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. This was a collapse right here. This was a straight up collapse, and it was a defensive collapse. Do not let me hear you say some shit about the offense. This was a defensive collapse. The offense did just fine, at least throwing the ball, right? The throw game was on point. Got to get better running the ball, so maybe I'll come back with some run stuff and see what's going on there. But, man, got to see what's up with that defense. Other than that, man, fuck it. Let's get out of here.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.